Who put all these motherfucking politics in my motherfucking games? Kojima! Welcome back to Higher Level Gaming. I'm Rob, and today we're talking about one of the most divisive games coming to 2019, and the comments about divisiveness that its director, Hideo Kojima, just made. So here we have an article on GamesRadar.com that says Hideo Kojima says Death Stranding is a reaction to Trump and Brexit. Kind of a clickbaity headline once you actually read what he said, but it's also kind of true. So the article goes on to say that Kojima went and spoke to BBC Radio 1 Newsbeat, and he said a couple of things, including, "We may be connected through the internet more than ever, but what's happening is that people are attacking each other because we're so connected." That connection, according to Kojima, the article says, is why Death Stranding seeks to push people to think about connection. Kojima also referenced global affairs, citing the US and UK. He said, "President Trump right now is building a wall. Then you have Brexit, where the UK is trying to leave. There are a lot of walls and people thinking only about themselves in the world." In Death Stranding, Norman Reedus, Sam Porter Bridges, seeks to save the world by delivering packages to remote locations. Kojima stated, "The era of today is about individualism. It's clear that Death Stranding is an attempt to reject that." I definitely see how Death Stranding rejects individualism because there's so much interconnectivity with all the other people playing the game. In fact, if I understand how it works correctly, you actually can't really get through the game without the help of other people, which is a pretty incredible concept for a video game and is definitely its own new genre. It has roots in other genres like Dark Souls, but we're getting a bit off topic. Here we see though that Kojima did criticize President Trump and he did criticize Brexit, and it's just pretty bold that Kojima would say something like that, considering that I know a lot of gamers are actually fans of Trump and fans of Brexit and conservatism in general. Here we have the actual article on Newsbeat. And right there in the top, you see the article says, "Without his packages," they're talking about Sam Porter Bridges, "America can't be saved." So again, this is about saving a disconnected America. I mean, that's kind of on the nose. So after Kojima talks about the Trump and Brexit stuff, he goes on to say, "In Death Stranding, we're using bridges to represent connection. There are options to use them or break them. It's about making people think about the meaning of connection." Although Kojima also stressed that the game's message is not targeted at any country or community, and that the universal theme is to bring people together. When we're connected, we have a responsibility over each other, but social media doesn't seem to have that responsibility, for example. Caring for each other is what makes people feel good. We've always been like that in the past. I want people to remember that and feel it in my game. That's really cool because when you're playing a game, a lot of the times, it's a very introspective hobby. Now, Kojima even got a little personal and said that he's prone to loneliness, and similar people all around the world are the same way, especially gamers. When those people play this game, they realize people like them exist all over the world. Knowing that even though I'm lonely, there are other people like me makes them feel at ease. That's what I would like for them to feel when playing the game. He also talks about some of the mechanics, such as being able to give each other thumbs up or likes, although there is no way to interact negatively. Which is great because, again, the game is about bringing people together, building bridges. Even though you can break them, that's really not what the game is obviously supposed to be about. Kojima said he wants people to have fun, be excited, touched, or surprised, and he also wants them to reuse their in-game experiences here in the real world. You have to come back to the real world at some point. You can't stay in the game forever. I want to create an experience in the game that people can use in the real world, like thinking about how we connect. And that's the main ethos of Death Stranding. How can you bring people together, these people that are separated by such giant obstacles? How can you connect these people? I doubt there will be any real direct criticism of Trump or Brexit in the game, but culturally, we surely live in a divided time. And I can see how Kojima made Death Stranding as a game to connect people in this world that is largely desolate. Our own lives can feel desolate in the age of social media, because the same time as it brings us together, it erects these walled gardens that we live out our relationships inside of. People interact on a human level less. And of course, in the current political landscape, the tides of division grow stronger in our lives all the time. Kojima said that the game is about reconnecting a world full of communities who have separated and rejected each other. That's like our own world in many, many ways. And that division is front and center in the United States. There's even a tagline for the game, "Make America Whole," which seems almost too cognizant of the "Make America Great Again" catchphrase. That kind of means the opposite, no? Then if you really need it spelled out for you, there's this red hat that was shown off in the game that says Bridges. I mean, come on, you see the message here, right? Obviously, this has pissed off a lot of conservatives who were looking forward to the game and Trump supporters, and threads have cropped up in right-wing places like 4chan's video game board with triggered Pepe avatars. I'm sure if you're a big supporter of Brexit or Donald Trump or building walls, this statement is not going to come off as very friendly to your beliefs. I mean, you can't really pretend he was saying something nice about those things. But I mean, beyond the conservatives and all this political stuff, when it comes to Death Stranding, I feel really bad for the Amazon workers who spend their whole day connecting people with packages, and they're gonna boot the game up like, oh boy, here we go, a fun video game, only to then have to ship more packages. Sorry bros, that sucks. But hey, the scenery is really nice in the game, right? That's a plus. You get attacked by creepy glitchy demons, that doesn't happen every delivery. Well, that wraps up the video. Thanks for sticking through to the very end. If you enjoyed this gaming news update, which was, a spicy political one, the very kind we specialize in, with a liberal slant, trigger warning, woke content, subscribe to Higher Level Gaming. You can also like this video, it really helps us out. But above all else, don't forget to go play some video games and have a nice day.
This eye is not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth.